of challenging broadcasting here and a rewarding day of listening for you. It's a Saturday, November the 9th, the year 2024. I'm sure not too many people remember 2024 is a leap year, you know. I'm not alone. My man Friday on a Saturday morning is here. He has reported for duty. Cyril Abako, I greet you.
Good morning, Citizen Jones, and a very good morning to the listener.
You know, a man entered class and asked you, how many seconds are there in a calendar year? The man was looking at the phone and so on. The man said the answer is simply 12.
The 2nd of January, the 2nd of February
until no, he started by asking how many months are in a calendar year.
Yeah.
So the lesson is this: the answer is in the question.
Yes.
Sometimes, which tells me and you that listening is an art.
Yeah.
Listen to the question.
Yes.
More like asking, if I said write an autobiography on a great Nigerian, who would you write on? You had names like Zig, Awo,
an autobiography.
Okay. All right, folks. Let's get
Citizen, I thought you want to clear that up for the listener.
No. And
you leave them to sleep over it.
The answer is simple. The answer is in the question. You know. So listen attentively.
That's a smart one.
Yeah.
All right.
So, folks, the papers are here, and we would like to go through them one after the other. All right. So we start with the Nation. The Nation leads with this one. Cyril here. Grid collapse. TCN. That's the Transmission Company of Nigeria targets 3 weeks to complete repairs.
So there you have it now. It means that, but what does that mean? It means we're going to be stuck
for 3 weeks.
Yeah, for 3 weeks without power. For the better part of it. That's what it would mean. But the overhaul, what are the real guarantees after the so-called overhaul? What are the real guarantees? Is it that the grid will now suddenly develop capacity to carry the current burden of consumption, or that? So what is the real guarantee with overhauling the whole system? That's what we need to find out.
Okay.
But it's all too embarrassing. The thing is that in our country there are not very many guarantees of anything. So we don't want to hear after the overhaul that like Third Mainland Bridge, it will get fixed ahead of time, then break down again before you know what's going on. So are we sure that by taking politics out of power, if politics remains in it, it can't go too far.
Otherwise, for me, Cyril, an energy crisis now is a no. We can't afford it.
but it's already with us. It's already on our hands. So
okay.
The minister came in, he gave a lot of very confident assurances. The power problem has been taken care of. The grid will collapse. The first time there was an incident, it was just a fire outbreak. Nothing was going to happen. Everything was fine. Now, about a year later, we're back in that same grind. So,
all right. This is something that should gladden the minds of those who love music and Nigerian musicians. Hear this: Thames, Davido, Rema, others nominated for 67th Grammy Awards.
Yes, they were, which quite frankly is another endorsement, or should be another endorsement for Nigerian music and for African music, but more like for Nigerian music. But again, there has been this speculation that they are just using Nigerian artists, the names of Nigerian artists, to draw traffic to the Grammys and to secure relevance. That they may never really give us a chance to prove our mettle, and that in the end, last year I think they were talking about, they either did about just talking about creating an African category. Why can't we substantively win the award? Because our music is up to it. Our music is well up to scratch, but it looks like they're using it as a publicity stunt. Invite us there, then eventually they wouldn't give you the award. Even when they used last year, it was between the South African lady, I'm trying to pick her name now,
okay,
that sang Water, and then
an adaptation. An adaptation.
No.
Okay.
And then another Nigerian artist. They went head to head. You know what they did? When they didn't give the award to the Nigerian person. Okay, let's even say that's fine, because it's a jury that makes the choice. When they were to now introduce the lady, they played Fela's Water.
Yeah.
Instead of the lady's own song, Water.
So you preparing the grounds now. That's why I asked if it was an adaptation.
I mean, so
but you said it was not.
It was not at all.
Just to tease the audience.
It was to tease the audience. So they are using us, like they say on the street now, to catch crews. I don't think we should be letting them do that.
Maybe not us against us.
How is it? I mean, and how is it not us against us? So sometimes you wonder how is it that, despite all the ground Nigerian music has covered, we still haven't been able to find our own voice as a musical block of notes. We still have to seek validation from those awards over there.
My trouble here is that in Nigeria of yesterday, musicians sang our strengths, our weaknesses, our successes, our failures, and so on.
Oh, come on. But these days, you know what they sing? You could do one day I said, look at these people. In the past, where they used lady, today they use baby. Some of these things have connotation. I mean, for if you're a user of language, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Words have meanings. So a lot has changed. In my thinking, it's some kind of deterioration, because if your art does not speak to life, what else it should speak to?
Okay. All right, Cyril, the next story is still in the nation. Takes me to South Africa, you just mentioned. I'm tired. Nigerian South African Miss Universe contestant cries out.
She has to be. She has to be. And you know what? The problem is, I wonder why being a Nigerian does not give you an advantage in the world. Yes, because I mean, just you being an American, being a Briton, even to being a Chinese, confers on you a healthy dose of or degree of respect yes.
But again, remember Fela's song Upside Down. Upside down getting meaning too.
Yes, sir.
Leg for down. I don't travel, I don't see. Like any professor for this land, American man get American name, Chinese man get Chinese name, Russian man get, but African man no see, area boku land no day, or people no day. You know, so
yes, what Nigeria needs is strong political footing, and economic footing that will give its citizen a solid ground to plant their feet on when they meet their peers around the world. We've said it time and again that in all the things Nigerians choose to endeavor in, and edify, they succeed. Their only limitation is their government, is their country. Can you imagine that? In music, in football, in the art, in all their private endeavors, they do so well. We won the Nobel Prize. We've had inventors in science, in technology. We've done so well. But whenever it comes to the corporate entity of Nigeria, it becomes a different. We are left to our devices. Sometimes you wonder if it is not deliberate. Frankly, I shudder to disimagine it. Okay, more stories in the nation quickly. How burial of a Ebonyi cholera victim provoked epidemic that claimed 28 lives. What a tragedy. Okay. So were there no standard practices? Citizen Jones, I'm asking you about. Are there no SOPs in conducting a burial for somebody who passed on from an infectious disease? Do you recall that famous incident on TV when they had gone to bury Abakere,
Yeah.
the former
In the heady days of
COVID-19.
the COVID-19. You remember, now President-elect in America said COVID was treatable. You remember?
It was such a shame that a country lost a high-profile official, and there was joy and celebration in the land. Then, after he had been buried, the undertakers, the people who had gone to bury him, just got one corner of Abuja, removed their clothes, threw it on the ground, and ran away. So when you see, now the thing is, we didn't learn any lesson from that episode. That is the reason in a point a similar thing is happening.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I told you now, whenever it is individual exploits, Nigerians do well.
Oh yeah.
Once they come together, we have 2 or 3 are gathered, leave Nigerians alone.
We leave everything for God now.
I know. Meanwhile, God is not aware that we left it for him.
All right. What about this sad one?
Can I add this? At the risk of preachment, God waits for man. Man was only meant to wait on God. That we are waiting for God for. That's a serious abnormality.
And
it's a misnomer, rather.
Yeah. I have another story here. Sad one. Lagbaja, I regret obtaining NDA form for late COAS, that's Chief of Army Staff, says family head.
He regrets what?
Buying the NDA form for the late Chief of Army Staff.
Well, a family in grief is deserve their privacy. So we cannot speak into it.
Yeah.
But for the purpose of public consumption of news of this kind,
yeah,
the reality is that when you join your country's military service, the day you joined was the day you signed up to.
It's by choice.
Yes, and was the day you signed up to pay the ultimate price. Yeah. So if anybody passed on in service, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Number 2 is the man wasn't even killed in service. I think he took ill and passed, which can happen to anybody, frankly. So and Nigeria has been more than grateful to him. The IG of police has visited the family and said policemen should wear their
armband.
Should wear black armband.
Black armband, yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not sure we've done that for anybody in the past. It was only when Abacha died that at the France 98 World Cup, George Finidi and Co were wearing black armbands to play. Almost everybody who is somebody in Nigeria has condoled with the family. Somehow it's as if this man was well loved within the power circles. So for somebody to now say I regret obtaining the form for him, their family, we accord your privacy to mourn the loss, but as a public, we are also weary of we also worry, whereas we mourn with you, we also worry of comment that may discourage Nigerians from giving their best for their country.
Specifically speaking, the Lagbaja family, bless his soul, are not alone. We share their grief.
Yes, we do. We do.
All right, then, let's move to The Guardian. The Guardian leads with this. 18 parties signed peace accord ahead of Ondo election. The election is for November 16.
An agreement is one thing. Keeping to the terms of the agreement is another thing. So it's not enough to sign an agreement. We've seen agreements signed in this country over and over again. What you see, the thing is this: in Festus AIE's book, the novel Violence, the book wasn't necessarily talking about physical violence because there was no bloodshed, but there was psychological violence.
Okay, just gone 7:15. Go on. Yeah.
Now, in defining electoral violence, vote buying is a mutilation of the voluntary will of the voter. Therefore, it constitutes violence to the polls.
Correct me if I'm wrong. In the American election that just passed, that money man, what's his name?
Elon Musk. Elon
offered how much?
$1 million
for.
Well, yeah, but the contexts are frankly different.
No,
It's
not in the news.
You owe me congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, because
Trump won.
Yes, because
but
we sat here
and it ends there.
It was a prayer. It was a prayer God answered. I know people wonder whether God still answers prayers. He answers prayers.
All right.
Citizen Jones, you don't believe that prayers meant, because I couldn't have voted for him. I was in Nigeria. But by prayer and supplication, Donald Trump has become president.
If you made an educated guess, who am I to dispute?
Educated guess.
Yeah.
It was an educated prayer.
Measured. Okay, still in the Guardian. Hear this. Nigerian doctor to sue U.S. government for $400 million over unlawful detention.
Now, so we hear. But I won't get into the details of the story. You know my joy. This is a man that knows that he can seek redress and get it.
Okay.
Unlike our country here, where somebody slapped somebody, caught on tape, slapped him repeatedly, caught on tape, threatened to make him disappear, told him the police was nothing, said all the things he shouldn't have said. Then, days or weeks later, the victim comes back to apologize to his predator.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
The world of anything goes. Okay. UN Security Council seat. Nigeria rallies West African countries.
Nigeria, that has not kept it, that has not managed her own seat well in her own country, wants to be security. Can we even pay the bills? The bills of can we even pay those bills of sitting on the Security Council? I'm not against my country succeeding globally, but be a local power before you become a global power. That's the first thing you should do.
All right.
It's the first thing you do.
In the Guardian still, court quashes criminal summons against Edo governor-elect.
Yeah. That was, I think, yesterday.
Okay. Get a copy of your choice paper and read the stories, and so let it be. In Metro News, police detain man for alleged rape of minor in Gombe.
We're back to these stories. Yeah, but he should be made to face the full wrath of the law.
Yeah.
Our country is one in which sometimes the headline goes, later on people go and settle and walk away. It's the truth. It is the honest truth. Yesterday on a WhatsApp group, somebody alluded to an example of when he had worked in a particular government parasata. Somebody, a driver was driving and hit somebody under their care, let me do that way, and killed the person, and then fled. So he investigated and got the driver and then got him arrested and informed the family, you know. The next thing they had was that the family wrote to them. Yes, that they were not interested in pursuing that they reached a settlement.
All right.
And then went on to quote, say that in Yoruba there's a proverb that what 100 or 10 prostitutions cannot do, two pence can do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's said. So, you know.
This is not a Yoruba class.
Well, it's not.
The Yoruba listener understands.
He understands, right? Okay. So, and then the person went on to say that it was then he decided that he won't be poor. You see, this thing about not being poor, I don't hold it against anybody who wants to be wealthy or who wants to make a lot of money.
But poverty is relative. Mine in all of this poverty thing, poverty of the intellect to me is the worst form of poverty.
Exactly. And then
because you cannot see what will bring you fortune.
Now, when you study history, you look at the Greek Empire, Roman, sometimes the Greco-Roman Empire, you look at even America, take a critical look at it. People create value to become wealth is a byproduct of value. But our country is a place people say I won't be poor and I'm not against it, but they don't talk about the value they're going to create.
Say not my portion. You hear crazy things like that in a 21st century world.
Yeah, well, I mean, my point
where knowledge economy is taking over.
Yeah, so how do you create wealth without knowledge? It is even unthinkable.
Onya Milono, I don't know. Okay. Here this Siri, your state is in the news. Rivers State firm sign agreement to boost eco-friendly public transportation.
Yeah, but that's a good one. That's a great intervention.
Because it's coming from your state.
Yes, but even so, I'm not so keen to give it the kudos. What we want, agreement signed, yes, but let's see let's see it.
Okay.
Let's see it, and then we comment. Not because it's my state. When people like Peter and Ba and who else began on that charismatic note, I was very happy and I was very
enamored.
Yes, very much enamored. But although now I can't say the same. So, but in Rivers State, my own state, it's fine that they've done this. But let's see how.
Who go talk say mama soup no sweet? Okay, it's okay.
Waiting be that one.
No vex now.
I have said that the commentation will be complete when we see it.
Siri, we no go quarrel. We dey on air.
You just want to pull my legs. It's fine.
No let them chair.
Baba Jones.
All right, hear this one. I heard about it yesterday. Equatorial Guinea arrest official for 400 sex tapes involving president's sister, VIP's wives.
Well, let me
Africa.
let me say this right. People have said 400 women, 400 tapes. I think it's 400 tapes, right? But then it doesn't make it any less a reprehensible act. Now, I don't know what law, on what basis they're going to prosecute him. But it's good that at least he's been held, because this thing this man did is, I don't know what to. I'm looking for the right word with which to qualify it. Some weeks ago in France, another man was also arrested with multiple dozens of tapes. In his own case, it was his wife. He had gone to bring other men he would drug her, bring other men, they rape and so on. Yeah. But in this man's own case, let's see how
you used to get her overdosed.
Yes, drugged. More than 70-something men will come in, and then rape. But in this man's own case, look, the point is this: whether he goes to jail or not, this Mr. Baltazar Mbonga Mbongo, something like that. The point is, government must lead by example to say that if you behave this way, you shouldn't remain in office. Yes, that example is good. We don't need the government that will say we have no laws to prosecute him. This man is known to
have go arrange a award for him.
This man is known to have ties with terrorists, but he's a minister now. We don't have any evidence to prosecute him. No, no, please. In sane countries, they don't only lead by laws. Where laws no reach, morality steps in, which is an important lesson.
Siri, my country, your country is sane.
I didn't say
only that when you drop the ball. No, you said insane countries.
Yes.
So what message are you sending to me?
I was only talking of insane countries.
I know you are talking at large. It's all right. Okay. All right. Let's move to the Sun. The Sun newspaper leads with this one: tax bills. Northern governors, senators mobilize against Tinubu.
Yeah, because the other time, the Northern Governors Forum had its meeting in Kaduna. In attendance were Northern elders, statesmen, the who is who, the creme de la creme. They gathered and said the bill should be withdrawn and rejected, should be withdrawn. They made a number of other demands. Days later, the National Economic Council sat and also unanimously told Mr. President, withdraw the bill. I discussed it last Saturday. Withdraw the bill.
The government did, but asked that they go through the process.
No.
Maybe you don't understand me. The
federal government,
the backlash was withdraw the bills.
Yeah.
The government said, okay, but let the Senate, let the National Assembly conclude its job.
I don't see what job they're going to conclude now. Write to them and say, I am withdrawing the bill. It's as simple as that. What job are they going to conclude?
Okay.
I don't seriously. I hope you don't miss my logic here. Because
as is to give context and clarity to the story, you know.
I
So
agree with you.
I have more stories here.
I can't agree more.
Tinubu, Obi, Ganduje governors bid Onu farewell. Ogbonna, yeah.
He was the first governor of Abia State.
Abia State, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
You know, sometimes I just feel like these men didn't give Nigeria their, or when more like didn't find the chance to give Nigeria their most or their best. For some reason, it appears these men just weren't really able to give Nigeria their best. But it's okay.
Hear this one from the Attorney General of the Federation. End bad governance protest. No law forbids trial of minors.
It's amazing.
Well,
why?
The AGF knows the law.
He does.
Perhaps what the listener wants to do is read the story, give context to the story.
Well, what I would have said was he didn't have to say this. He could have simply let it pass. You withdrawn the bill, just let it pass. But except they are belly aching. I don't see why the reference came back to this to say what he's saying now. He shouldn't have said it. He should have just let the thing slide. It has passed. It has passed. There may come a time, okay, when the national mood is once again conducive to try people who commit grievous offenses, even if they're minors. But right now, it's not the time for it. So there's no need to withdraw the trial and the case and then begin to what's the word now? To begin to be unhappy that you did so. I don't think it sends the right message.
Hear this one. Air crashes. NAAPE laments poor emergency response and rescue infrastructure.
They should have told us how much was has been invested or has been budgeted for the purpose over the years, and whether it has been used or not. You know, it's not just enough to the runway lights that were stolen at the Lagos at the Murtala Mohammed Airport. Have they been found?
Whoever steals the runway lights, in one go establish in airline. All right, hear this one. Akwa Ibom, Delta, 12 others in dire straits rely on FAAC to survive. That's a report.
They are not in dire straits, so are they in dire straits or they put themselves in dire straits? You know, God has given everybody, every society, every community what they will feed on, what they will thrive on. If you choose not to exploit it, it's a choice. It's a choice.
Crazy choice.
In about 2 or 3 years, any state that wants to be self-sufficient in what it wants to do can achieve it. Yes, can achieve it. Why can't a state, let's say Akwa Ibom or Rivers or Bayelsa or let's say or even Lagos, invest heavily in power, generate something that they can sell to other states? Okay.
All right.
The way Nigeria sells power to Niger and Benin.
The Sun is weighing in on this. Hear this. Again, Nigeria in darkness as national grid collapses.
Is that news?
It is news.
Something we have come to be at home with. I don't see what the news in it is anymore. It's just that it's a shame.
Crying one.
It's a crying national shame.
Yeah. And
I have to say, this minister now, is it now he is realizing that the solution to the grid was to overhaul it? And I bet you overhauling this grid won't solve any problem, because in Nigeria it will not solve no problem. It will not. It will not. It is obvious it will not. They are not ready to do any. They are not ready to change, to do anything significant that will benefit Nigerians. They are not ready to do anything. They are not. It won't change anything.
Okay. Let's try the punch now. The punch leads with South Africa's 7 countries queue to lift Dangote refinery fuel. Good news?
Well, it should be, except that one just wonders, okay, the Dangote fuel, he claimed to have 500 million liters or so stock when he met the president. That was what he said. But we've not provided good governance for fuel supply in Nigeria. How do I mean? The amount of purchasing crude and then how much we're selling it, because it was NNPC's arbitrary inflation that has led us to be buying fuel at the rate we're buying it now. and if we now find foreign buyers who are willing to offtake what it's producing, this man is a businessman. He didn't build a refinery for Nigeria. He built it for his own, as a business. So are we safe? Do we have security before we are talking of external buyers?
Okay. This is serious. This is a howler, if you ask me. Missing womb. How fibroid surgery turned awry for Lagos couple.
Oh, okay. I thought you said missing womb found somewhere. But I mean, when I had missing womb, I was wondering what was going to be said. Yeah, well, sometimes when they want to do these procedures, they tell them the risks. They point to them.
Okay.
Yes, there's a chance things will get out of hand. I do know that even when you want to sign for certain surgeries, they tell you, and people sign off. So we need to know what exactly it was before they went in for the operation. Okay, that's the issue. Yeah, that's the issue. So, but again, the family of the affected family, our prayers are with them. Nobody expects or plans for this sort of thing. Yeah, to have a loss of womb. It's not at all the kind of thing that we expect.
All right. The story we dealt with earlier on: 400 sex tapes. Equatorial Guinea's Balthazar remanded in prison.
The most important message to be sent is to tell Equatorial Guineans that this sort of behavior not in our country. First, on the moral side of it is wrong, it is reprehensible, it is not acceptable. We don't encourage this sort of behavior. But if their laws actually provide for prosecuting, if their laws actually they have laws against adultery, then prosecution can take place. But they shouldn't also just say because we are hot or because the president's sister is involved, therefore lock him up indefinitely.
Yeah.
Then I don't think that would be proper.
All right.
The problem is that in Africa we still look at this sort of bad behavior as valor. Yes, the valorization of phallic exploits. It's not right.
Okay, how about this?
Somebody parodied him on Twitter. Used his name and said that, and wrote to Kamala Harris and said if she needed a shoulder to lean on, come on.
Here's one. All right, hear this one. Extortion. IG orders punishment of errant cops.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, he's the edge of police, and it's the perfunctory thing he's going to say. But errant cops, the story, when I saw it earlier, I think the real issue he had there was about cops involved in extortion. And is it really serious?
Then go arrest plenty.
Is this? It was once on the street like them too. Is this serious? Errant cops.
All right, hear this one. U.S., that's the United States, announces charges in alleged Iranian plot to assassinate Trump.
What?
that the United States announces charges in alleged Iranian plot to assassinate Trump.
The man is not even in, and they are trying to assassinate him.
No. You know, on the campaign trail, he
twice.
Yeah,
he escaped the assassin's bullet. Good. Next story.
Okay. My son has hit his head against concrete floor after 40 canes, 150 frog jumps, slain Ogun pupil's father.
My son hit his head.
Yeah. A father is fighting back.
I have said it before that that sort of punishment isn't good. We don't say you shouldn't punish, or you shouldn't discipline children who err. But at 40 canes and 150 frog jumps, that one is not. You're not seeking to to correct bad behavior. You are actually trying to prove that you can destroy that child. Because even if the boy hadn't died, you had potentially destroyed him. You know, the people often talk about man's humanity to man. Because when people are hurt, hurt people hurt others. It's a natural process. What sort of teacher will that boy become if he became a teacher himself in future? He would say, when I become a teacher, I'll go show children. So that, like I said, at that point, it wasn't punishment. It was something else that teacher was looking for. Then again, schools in rural areas, how are we trying to help them keep in touch with civilization? Because it is in those sort of villages where the teacher is owing the mama yabo. Then he will flog the boy to settle his score with his neighbor or the parent of the child, if only to, those sort of things. So how are we helping schools in those areas get in step with the world outside? And where, even for that the boy was, even for that for that the boy passed, this wouldn't even have made the headlines, because it would have paled into insignificance as just another thing. They take those things. When people grew up in places where your teacher was coming and you run away, you if you pass the same road with your teacher because it was a teacher. But times have changed. So beyond prosecuting the teacher, I think that the Ogun State government should hold a summit for its workforce teachers and try to talk to them and bring them in step with modern times. We are in an era where the classroom has even gone digital in some places.
Yeah.
So it's and then there are more creative ways of disciplining children than even flogging them. I mean, sometimes. So explore those means, and not okay. You carry cane, 40 strokes of cane. Are you raising an animal?
Okay, let's go back to Uncle Sam's country. Second coming of Trump. What will be priorities of America's 47th president?
The man already has his 100 days, whatever. He has already said, drill, baby, drill.
But by the way, his inauguration is built for January 20th.
20th. But you see, this is how leaders lead. He is first
from the front.
Yes. And early, not the one that Buhari will appoint cabinet ministers after a long sleep. He didn't remember.
All right.
His first 100 days have been sorted. He's appointed the chief of staff. In Nigeria, there was contention among some people. They were fighting until somebody put out a story that he had been appointed when he had not been appointed. As I said, the rest is history. You don't leave these things to the man is. This is the reason people say people like us root for Trump. He's clear on he's clear. There's no ambiguity in anything he's doing. You can hold him up for other things, but Trump is Trump. You know what I mean, citizen Jones?
Yeah.
Trump is Trump.
Okay, still talking elections. Ondo poll, PDP candidate seeks support from retired permanent secretaries.
See where he's going to shop for his own support. Well, if they can do anything for him, why not? He's a politician and should know better than. Should know what to do. Should know what he's looking for.
Harris concedes presidential election to Trump, calls for unity. Natural. Harris, Kamala, concedes presidential election to Trump, calls for unity.
I did see.
And Joe Biden has invited him to the White House.
He has to. It's standard operating procedure. I told you that. Even this man did the same thing, Obama. Except that sometimes the Democrats don't have it easy.
Obama has congratulated Trump in spite of their in spite of their differences.
When Obama was to invite Trump, he invited Trump and Hillary together.
Okay.
But it's fine. Trump has still won, so there's nothing he could have done about that. Now, you see that the sitting president cannot influence the outcome of the election, one. Number two, there are basic values that you cannot, they are like mandatory minimum values that you cannot despoil. He has won. It's an SOP. Invite him to the White House. Have a chat. Yes, and start discussing handover. The politics ends, governance must continue.
Yeah.
It's unlike here where and we didn't see INEC, policemen were deploying soldiers, were doing this and doing that. May God bless America.
They don't need it.
Nigeria will not learn from that. You can't copy, you miscopy their electoral system and come and paste and say you're practicing democracy. American style democracy.
Yeah.
If the Americans ran democracy this way, would we have had anything to go and copy?
All right then. Time to swing the microphone over to the listener. Join in 0700 903 903 903. Let's hear you now. Are you moved by any story or stories? The telephone line is open now, so let's begin to have your way in. Please pick the story you have elected, and do note you have 60 seconds within which to react.
And if I may take those words out of your mouth,
okay,
keep the language clean.
Yeah. Okay, I have a first. All right, I thought I had a call. 0700 903 903 903. Did you hear the stories? How do you react to them? Hello, good morning to you. Hello, are you there? Oh dear, oh dear. Again, looks like I'm doing something wrong. Let's try to again, just take it 0700 903 903 903. The line is free now. Let's get you talking. All right. Hello, good. Oh dear. Please try again. We're trying to connect you. Hello, good morning to you. Yes, good morning, welcome.
Hello, Jules.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Citizen Jules.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
It has been a long time I heard from you.
Oh, great.
Wonderful. When you left your former radio station.
Oga, you have 60 seconds, though. I beg you.
Okay. Siri, I want to congratulate you on your Trump issue that you supported him. And you were saying that Trump will actually win. But
Yes.
the other guy, the other man said that no, it's not possible.
Yes.
But look at it now today.
Yes.
Trump has won.
Yes.
Go and get your prize. Go and get your prize.
So I really appreciate the way you are analyzing things, and I pray that God will give you some strength. That is only what I have for you this morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
bless you, brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. How do you weigh in on the stories we shared? The line is free 0700 903 903 903. Another listener. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Yeah. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Doctor.
Morning to you.
Speaking SMS on the line from Venezuela.
Okay then.
I want to comment on the election that is being mentioned in America after everything went, and at the same time to mention our own here. The kind of security men they sent in Oyo election that is coming up. While we heard that there's a new bandit or Boko Haram, whatever, insurgent come in.
You are mixing things up. Which story are you reacting to? Because me and
I'm reacting right now, getting the kind of election we conduct here.
No. React to the stories I shared. Don't tell me your story, please. Thank you. It's simple. We shared stories. Cyril and I react to the stories we shared. Don't bring your own story. Hello. Good morning to you.
Yeah. Good morning, Jones.
I greet you.
It's Nemeka on the line.
Nemeka, go on.
My greeting to Cyril, please.
Morning to you, sir.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Steve Jones.
Yes, sir.
Please, I come to use your platform to congratulate the incoming president of America, people's president. I told the band, whether you like, make you dodge and bring woman. The same woman will face the same case. Because that case has already been done for them to face. I said any country that supports Nigeria election 2023, all of them will pay for it.
Oga, what story are you reacting to?
I'm reacting to American president story.
Go, yes, stay there, sir.
Yes, because we must learn the democracy from them. As we are claiming to be a democracy country, we must learn it from them.
Yeah.
I do not see any police or soldier in the street of America. And I do not hear the electoral commissioner telling us about a technical breach. So when we say we want to learn from them, we must learn everything. Not that we will go and learn bad things from them, then come to implement it here for ourselves.
Thank you.
That's what I want to contribute.
Yeah. I got you. 0700 903 903 903. Yeah, we share the stories. Time for you to react to them. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Citizen Joe.
I greet you, sir.
Yes, I said good morning also.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yes, Cyril, I want to congratulate you. I say with you, stop to the wall. Stop to the wall. Something I would have loved to ask. Just yesterday or thereabouts, INEC come and announce that they're going to use about 23,000 plus policemen on the election. I want to integrate that. Ask in Nigeria, in America, how many thousand policemen do they use? I also want to ask, in America, who is their INEC chairman? No one knows the name of the INEC chairman in Nigeria because of what he has done. Who is the INEC chairman in America?
In America, they don't have INEC. No, they don't have an INEC in America. Thank you.
There's so much lesson Nigeria should learn from America today. Thank you, Citizen.
Many thanks too. Okay, what about you? Take advantage. Let's go there. What story or stories caught your fancy? Hello, welcome. Good morning, sir. No, that's not for us.
Did he call you to translate everything we've been saying?
In 60 seconds.
What?
Hello, good morning to you.
We can't believe it.
Hello. Good morning, gentlemen.
Help us to help you. Your radio is rather loud.
No, the radio is gone. The radio is, this thing, when you pick immediately, the radio was already on, so I've turned it off.
Thank you. Go on. Your name, where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Peter Omonse. I'm calling you.
Go on.
All right. And now the flocking of the child that died. My man just said something. For me, I want to say it is a time that when we have child rights act, when we have some laws in Lagos State that forbid the animalistic treatment of children. There was a mother that was teaching her child one day in front of me. I went to this woman and said, even lion in the bushes don't treat their children like this, and goats in the house don't treat their children like this. You know what he told me? He said, it's my child. I said, nothing concerns you there. I told her that your child is not just used you as instrument to bring a child into the world. You are not the owner of the child. The child belongs to God and to everybody and to government. So I think a time has come that the government, maybe they should go street by street, not only in school. Why should parents, why should teachers be pulling children up to the point of beating that child to death? It happened to me, and I told my uncle, who's beating you are beating me? I will start it for your children when you marry. I was 11 years old then, in the army barracks at the. But unfortunately for him, the man died before I go or before he married.
Thank you, Peter.
What?
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
60 seconds over. Yeah, the room is there. Weigh in. Which story or stories caught your fancy? How do you react to it or to them? Let's get you talking. 0700 903 903 903. Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sikini.
Yes,
Good
sir.
morning, Ciro.
Morning to you, sir.
My name is Philip from Lawansi.
Go on.
I want to pick on the topic of the national grid that is collapsing every now and then. Since 1999, we can see the amount the government has wasted on this electricity, and nothing is forthcoming. So can we continue to do the same thing the same way and we are expecting results? Why don't they now let states go into this generating power if they really mean well? But I believe they know what they are doing. There is something behind it that they are not telling us. Because those who are importing generator and all what have you, they will not let those things go. And it's going to be some part of the leaders that own those generators and all those things. So they are just deceiving themselves as far as I'm concerned. That is my take this morning.
Thank you. And please, before you run away, are you there? Okay, the man has tuned up. I was going to remind him that the Buhari government removed power generation from the exclusive list.
They did, and
It's for states and regions to
distribution.
Yeah.
Previously they could generate, but they couldn't distribute. Now they can. I wonder why they all saw the land. They went to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Deji.
Greet you, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Siri.
Morning to you, sir.
My name is Benjamin from Ogule. What I know is that if someone is a flop and is not performing, that person should be replaced. The Minister of Power wants us, when President reshuffles the cabinet and sack some people and employ some other people, the Minister of Power should be the first person to be sacked. But he kept in there. Is the Minister of Power saying that the work is supposed to do is just to increase tariffs and get more money for government, not to start the people? That's the question I want to ask. Thank you.
Thank you too. Okay, that will just about do it on Talkback. Thank you. There's another session on Saturday next week. Cyril, many thanks.
Citizen, many thanks too. To think that we pulled through yet another hour of this thing today.
The moments will fly.
Yeah, they will.
But do your own. You do your bit.
It's like when the year began and we had all our wishes and hopes for the new year. Imagine where we are now. To think that this is already close to the middle of November. Yeah.
Okay then. Till today week, right? Okay then. All right, folks. Our next show is 5 minutes away. Stick around.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Light Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and pressure for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
Baby girl, tell me what you want.
It's Laugh Matas with Big Adeyanju and friends. Las Giddy, the third coming, featuring The Band, Omo Baba, Remini Salaga, Gandoki, Queen Salawa Benny, Bash, T Famous, Agororo, Dr. Smile, The Countryman, Forever, Aristo's Band, Seriki Daria, D1, Taoma, Babalaria, Madiba of Comedy, ATM, Short Family, ATM 47, DJ Wiki, and many more. Date 17th November 2024. Venue, Balmoral Convention Center, Federal Palace Hotel, VI. Time 4 p.m. red carpet. Show starts 5 p.m. Tickets regular 7K, VIP 20K, table of 8, gold 1.5 million, platinum 3 million. Tickets available at Ileño by Pods, GRA Ikeja, Ofada Boy, Surulere, Prince Ebano Supermarket, Lekki, online at ariatickets.com, grandtickets.ng, laughmatas.ng. Brought to you by Mortina, Goldberg, Ace Roots, Goldberg Black, supported by Paralex Bank, Enclave Green Homes, FIRS, and the Lagos State Government. Laugh Matas, the third coming. Oh my loud God! Media partner.
Folks, let's step into the second offering for this morning. I'm sure you have not forgotten. It's time for Citizen Jones this morning. This is a show that takes like a friendly octopus, claws at anything thrown up by my country, give context and clarity to that issue, and then of course expect you to react. Now hear this: religion and politics. Peter Obi would rather we converted vigils to night shifts. Did you hear that? You know, the late lawyer, anti-colonial nationalist and father of modern India, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, the Mahatma, made a profound statement. Let me quote him. I like your Christ. I do not like your Christians. Your Christians are so unlike your Christ. End quote. As a matter of fact, a cynic had said, if there was no God, man would have invented one. And so on the program, we provoke a curious debate on the issue religion and politics. Of course, you know, religion and politics have been running neck and neck over time. Note that in Nigeria, religion has become very big business, wherein every man of God has seized the momentum and thereby take undue advantage. The 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Gregory Obi, has stirred the hornet's nest. He declares that politics and church must be dismantled in Nigeria. That's how he put it. According to him, vigils should be turned into night shifts just so Nigerians can be productive. Hear him. I go to church and believe in God, but we can't have it that people Monday to Friday must be in church morning and night. Has Peter Obi stepped on the tiger's tail? Let's go there. Welcome to Citizen Jones this morning. I have two gentlemen to have a go at the matter, and they are practicing religious souls. Let's meet and greet one more time Mr. Cyril Abaku, who has agreed to stay back a little. Cyril, I greet you.
Good morning, Citizen Jones.
Cyril is joined by our brother, Tumi Olowe. Tumi is a chartered accountant and a political commentator. I greet you, Tumi, for coming.
Good morning, Jones.
Yeah.
Good morning to our listeners all over the world.
Yeah, so just to announce that Cyril was filling in, but Akin Fatunke has come in. So, Cyril, you may take your bow. Thank you very kindly for your sacrifice.
Citizen Jones, it couldn't have been any other way.
Take your bow.
Okay, Akin Fatunke has joined the fray. Akin is also a chartered accountant, but a national, international affairs analyst.
God bless
Akin, before you came here, a listener had said, tell Akin to apologize or Trump don't win.
I apologize. I accept
Okay.
the defeat of reason.
Have you invited Trump over?
And I like to say that my younger brother here came very, very, very strong.
Yeah.
I knew Tumi was going to be here, but I was saying that any day that I pair with him, I will tell him.
Pair with who?
Pair
with me. With me.
You know.
That was going to do the needful.
Okay.
Yeah, but we had already discussed it midweek, so it's fine. So all is well that ends well.
No, all is well that is going to end well.
Yeah.
All right, to today's talking point. Mr. Peter Obi has said that church and religion must be divorced. According to him, we must use vigils, replace them with night shifts, so the country and Nigerians will become more productive so as to help the national currency. Yeah, to me and Akin, the floor is open. Who takes the lead off now?
Our politicians have a way of... Well, I think it's just a general attribute of we Nigerians. We like outsourcing our responsibilities. Because there are no available data to support that notion that the attendance of people at night vigil is while the country is not productive. There is no data to support that the people attending vigils don't have jobs. That's secondly.
After all, the man running shift at a brewery has a job. Even though he attends church. But Peter Obi is saying Monday to Sunday, people should not more like sleep at church.
See, the thing is, that's also what I'm saying. There is no data that says people sleep at church.
You use the word sleep loosely.
I know. I'm also using it loosely, so that you do not now see people's religious inclination as the reason why they are not productive. Yes, the old churches have full-time pastors, but most of these new Pentecostal churches, they have part-time pastors. The pastors themselves are working.
to me, I cannot. I'm not speaking for him. I know that Mr. Peter Obi will be thinking of China, which is not a Christian country, but largely Buddhist.
Yeah,
they are productive.
They have their own religion too. The other Christian countries that are productive, England is productive, America is productive, most of Europe is productive. So it is not a function, and not all Nigerians are Christians. At least Christians don't.
At least me, I know of two Christians, Christian Chuku and Christian Madu.
so we need to be productive. There's no doubt about that. But don't put our unproductiveness as the reason. Don't use going to church night vigil as the reason for why we are not productive. Because
Oyibo man, they hold vigil.
They do.
Me, I don't know.
And then there is also life. One has to have a balanced life. And man is both physical and spiritual. You cannot now devoid the spiritual aspect of a man's life because.
No, you mean divorce?
A divorce, the spiritual life of a man. Because you think that's why he's not productive.
Okay.
And I don't think that's a valid reason.
All right. Akin has patiently waited for you to land. Yeah.
Mark Twain, it was
Sam Clements
who came with calling the phrase, calling the desiderator, the desideratum.
Desideratum, yeah.
That there are three forms of lies: lie, damn lies, and statistics. And my accountant friend, I have a lot of respect for numbers that both of us, John, is coming out to say that there are no statistics to be able to do a correlation like mathematicians will say between productivity and vigil. I do not need statistics to know that over the years, over religiosity, of which vigils that we are talking about have become a primary plank, has taken us anywhere but backwards. Now, please, I need to be a bit clearer. I am not on radio because I want to come and argue religion or argue religion. I was born a Christian, I practice Christianity, and I still believe in the ethos and faith of Christianity as much as I also genuinely respect other religion. It came to us, some say, with the sword and the Quran, or with the sword and the Bible. And they have decided to shield our faces, to believe, even our son Morris, Susan Jones, and part of our culture has continually say, work less and get into prosperity. And so when you now make this to be the opium of the masses, okay, people lose their consciousness and people lose their sense of reason. I said I am a Christian and I believe that I have my faith. My faith is personal to me, and as a matter of fact, the harbinger of my faith was very clear. I should go out there and preach, not just the words and my action, for others to see. And like a light that is put on a bushel, the whole world will be able to see and compare and see whether I am a better person or not. Mr. Gregory Peter Obi, in my honest opinion, and I would not say that I've heard him say all the things that he has always said. But I'm reasonably familiar with a lot of sound bites that have come from Mr. Peter Obi, especially when he got back into politics. As a matter of fact, before he got back into politics, his morality, his doggedness, when he was governor of Anambra State, I remember a personal one-on-one, visit to Oka, and he visited us. On one of those occasions, he gave us lunch. Sorry, he gave us, it was early dinner. So we were all lined up, the ExxonMobil team. Then I saw him at my back. I genuflected and I said, Your Excellency, you should need to. Oh, no. He said, you are my guest. You take your own first. In fact, I don't even mind washing your plates. That's an aside. And since he came into politics, especially, this statement that Mr. Gregory Peter Obi has made, as a Christian, and I know that he's a Christian, I say bless him. He's spoken truth to our consciousness. He's spoken truth to what we have always known, all the theories about the black man blindly following and sheepishly following religion. I will not go into personal, because I know just you should have. I know Tumi should also have. I know our listeners may have.
Have what?
Bad examples of people who have gone to do vigils and they came out.
No, hold on. Perhaps let me state here that Mr. Peter Obi made the statement in his native southeast state. He said, from here, I'm quoting him, from here to the next church, you see signboards of churches here and there.
Not only that. He said even when you try to walk a bit of a distance, you are going to see sepulchres. Sepulchres will be graves of people.
Sepulchres, yeah.
So, sepulchres of graves and all that. But the point I am making is that I've seen people who have gone to night vigils and vigils. And to me, I also disagree. That's only, I disagree with you too, Susan Jones, to say that Peter Obi was just talking about Christianity. Yeah, he might have said Christianity and Christian faith, but
no. I'm quoting. He said religion and.
I know for sure that we have
and Muslims politics should be divorced.
I know Muslims who do vigils. I also know people who are of traditional religion who also do vigils.
Animists too.
Point is, I've seen people who have had to go to vigils and they have never, in my honest opinion, be better citizens than those who did not. You can stay in your home, you can stay in your house, and I know to me is going to come back and say that yes, I mean, we also go to churches. Churches are in the mornings and all that. Absolutely no problem. But what Peter Obi said is unmarble. Take it or leave it. He's spoken truth to our consciousness.
So he's right.
He is not only right, he's absolutely right. We are very, very unproductive. To me, says that we don't have the statistics, but I know that since independence or even before independence, we've had all this stuff about us, and it's not taking us anywhere. And I've done empirical studies.
It wasn't night vigils.
Who are not doing night vigils, they are progressing.
It wasn't night vigils that
if we had
collapsed all the textile mills on Apapa Oshodi Express
in place. Going for night vigils would be to go to night factories.
It wasn't night vigils that destroy all those.
Go and make Nigeria to be a bit much more productive.
It wasn't night vigils that destroyed all the factories we had in years
jobs
back.
In your hands.
Okay, are you listening to
Almighty
me?
God is going to bless you.
It's not night vigils that destroyed all the textile mills we had in Nigeria. It was Nigerians.
Most of those factories are now churches.
Yes,
churches
because those places were lying fallow for a very long time.
Now you are contradicting yourself.
No. I'm saying that it wasn't night vigils. It wasn't night vigils that destroys those industries.
You don't create an
it
avenue.
Was the liberalization of import licenses. We gave import licenses to every Dick, Tom, and Harry and then our local factories died.
Okay, and that's
and you are now saying it is night vigils. Is it night vigils?
And it's only Nigeria that happened.
Were they distributing import licenses
at
night vigils?
It happened in other places, but they didn't start go to night vigils. What they did was that, yes, when you have a problem, okay, like metamorphosis that we see in the butterfly, you create an avenue to break it.
And it was night vigils that stopped us from solving those problems. What we have created,
in my honest opinion, is form of laziness
the thing
and
is,
spirituality that is taking us
we will never take responsibility. We will look for the easiest.
We do not need
non-resistant entity or
another piece of information for you. I have seen people who have gone for night vigils.
We've had
when they go for night vigils,
24,
the
25
overseers and the people who
we've had over,
will have a way that they can always go and sleep, and then they will allow this ship to just move on the roads.
Can I talk for a while?
People who do not have money to feed, people who do not have money to whatever, what then do you expect them to do? They come out of night vigils and they start cursing. As far as I am concerned, Mr. Peter Obi is right. He's spoken right to power and to spirituality.
The roads that belong to state governments in Nigeria are not hard. Is that as a result of people going to night vigils?
Okay, so because the roads are not hard, that's the reason why people will go to night vigils.
Because those things are necessary for productive activities.
No doubt about that, but you find your way going out to do night vigils when you don't even have, when you don't even have money to feed. You are pursuing prosperity in the thick of the night when you know that you are going to come back and not going to be in your pocket.
If you go around the existing factories in Nigeria, you will see people clean up to
pray.
Not to pray, to take on shifts every day. Go to these factories.
Yes.
Go to these Apapo show.
We need more of that.
That's what I'm saying. So it is not vigil that is stopping.
When you don't have such shifts, people don't have something in their hand. Then they troop to night vigils.
And that is the point I'm making. That is not why they are not productive. That is why factories are not coming up. If you go to Lagos Ibadan Expressway, a whole lot of factories are springing up there. Have they come out and say that we are looking for shifts? And then they are saying people are refusing to come and do that shift.
We have that.
But why?
We do not have electricity.
Is it night shift that is causing us not to have electricity?
When you create all the enabling environment,
is it night vigil
move away from going to night vigils.
That has caused us.
It is an opium of the masses.
Since we started our present democratic dispensation, not to have functional refineries.
Look.
So the thing is, those are the things not making us productive.
Look.
Electricity is not stable.
Economists talk about macro and micro. You are talking about the macro environment. I am saying that from the micro level, there are mindsets that have come with us.
Hairdressers, a whole lot of them are finding it hard to do their business because there is no electricity.
We need a 24-hour
how
economy.
Is vigil?
It is because
how is vigil responsible for lack of electricity?
It is because people are not.
How is vigil responsible for our refineries not functional? How is vigil responsible for farmers not having storage to keep excess farm produce?
They don't have all this enabling environment. They go to
it is when people want to cover up their failures that they start saying vigil.
I expect that where you go for those night vigils, go there and teach people how to do basic trades. That's what.
As a matter of fact, a whole lot of churches and other religious bodies have done a whole lot of good in this country.
Okay.
Empowerment programs to train people how to be self-sufficient. A whole lot of church do these things at very minimal cost or at no cost at all.
Just a minute.
So to tell you that they are also encouraging people to be productive.
Hold on. Just a minute. Akin and to me, I am looking forward to the first church that will say we are going to indulge in an aggressive Gary production.
That is business. Churches were not founded to be involved, and that is why they are tax exempt as long as your activities are.
There you go again.
Yes, because that's the truth.
They are pulling the resources of state. They are not paying.
They are not pulling any resources of state.
They are buying.
Please. Government is not. No. They are not receiving subvention from government.
I know what Kama has said.
They are not receiving subvention from government, and whatever Kama has said,
business.
Then the government agencies.
They are being exempted for taxes.
No, the government agencies, the government agency that is responsible for tax collection should know the difference between a business that is a business and a religious activity. So if those ones are shaking away from their responsibility of taxing business activity, that is not the fault of the church. That is not the fault of the church. The tax authority, thank God you are a chartered accountant. You know the delineation between business activities and non-profit making entity. So if a church is involved in a profit making venture and the relevant tax authority are not taxing them, that is not the fault of the church. That is the laxity of the tax authority.
So they are asking them to come for 9 vigils, and the people will go for 9
vigil is not responsible for productiveness of Nigerians.
No, I'm telling you.
But you see, until we take responsibilities for those things that we need, that we are not doing right, we will still continue looking for excuses all over the place.
Experiment. Let's take 100 people. With these 100 people,
since Dangote started, when Dangote was constructing his refinery, there were over 20,000 Nigerians working there.
And see whether those 100 people will not return better for our GDP.
Let me come in here.
It's simple logic.
The listener will take his time from us. 25 minutes past 8. That's the time. And what's generating this debate here is what Mr. Peter Gregory Obi said not long ago. He said religion and politics should be divorced. That is, you should separate both of them, that we should convert vigils to night shifts
for productive ventures,
so that Nigerians will be more productive
and are more engaged.
And
positively engaged.
I don't think it is simply.
So going to night vigil is negative engagement.
Because I see outcomes of night vigils, and that's the point I'm making.
What is the outcome of night vigils?
I've seen a lot of negativism. People are going after religion instead of what Christ taught. There's a difference.
That's a different topic entirely.
That young lady.
That's a different topic entirely. It has nothing to do with productivity.
In Benin, that for the want of having light, went to a church and she was reading, and some people came for that.
Was she?
Listen.
Those people that attacked her were attending that
vigil. She was violated. Okay, what were they doing there? If you are not coming for that vigil, what will you have come to do there?
So those people that attacked her were attending that vigil.
We must allow the police to uncover what really happened.
Okay.
That is not true.
All I know is that in the thick of the night, a lot of negative things do happen. I mean, if you are looking for statistics,
so the people in night vigils are walking all over the streets when they are attending night.
Listen, gentlemen. The listener wants to be a part of this. So, dear listener, if you want to be a part of this debate, take advantage. 0700 903 903 903. Let's hear the first listener. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. My name is Poka.
Yeah.
I'm calling from Ojo.
Okay.
I want to think that Obi's comment is a misrepresentation of thought, because it is not VG that brings about what we are going through today in Nigeria. If you agree with me, many of the factories are closing down. and there is no vacuum, you can allow vacuum. When all the factories are being vacated, definitely something has to take it up. So that is why the churches are taking it up. It is not as a result of the church taking those factories up that brought about what we are going through in Nigeria. It is because of leadership problem. Thank you very much, sir.
All right then. That's what that listener said. So the listener, to paraphrase what he just said briefly, that because there is a gap, the churches are filling that gap.
And they have taken up the leadership and asking people to come to night vigils. And when they come to night vigils, you now get development.
Aki, when Karl Marx said religion was the opiate or opium of the masses,
yes,
you agree with him?
I not only agree with him, I agree with him absolutely.
To me, you don't agree with him?
And like I said earlier, man is both physical and spiritual. And every part must be balanced.
All right.
So yes, when you meet life issues, you would go to your spiritual part to face it.
All right. Let's take another listener. Hello. Good morning to you. Okay. Please weigh in here. This is your opportunity. 0700 903 903 903. Hello. Welcome.
Hello. Good morning.
I greet you.
Yeah, my name is Raymond.
Famous, go on. 60 seconds.
Yes. Yeah, what you people did not say nobody should go to night vigil. Listen, you people are saying you're putting Mr. P to be out of context.
No. Oga, I hope you listened to my prologue before I started.
Yes.
I'm not quoting him out of context.
Peter B, his brother is a reverend father, his sister is a
No. Not that history. Peter Obi said he was saying this in his native South. He was at home and he came up with this. So I'm not quoting him out of context. Please.
No. He did not say nobody should go to night vigil. I wonder why that night vigil is the only one you people picked. I don't know why it's the only one you picked. Of all the things that you spoke.
I think you want you really want to make an issue where there should be none.
No, I'm not making an issue here. Please. I'm not making an issue here.
Did he say no? Have you seen the story? Have you seen the story? Are you familiar with the story? You are not.
I saw the interview. It was that Nedu. The interview. The former Nedu was over there. I saw the interview.
He said politics and religion should be divorced. That people should convert vigils to night shifts. Does that not tell you anything? Yeah, gentlemen.
Religiosity has done a lot of havoc. Religiosity has done a lot of havoc. He did not say you should not go night vigil. He's not said so.
And he said, hold on. He also said, Oga, hear me. It's not a question of out-talking me. Don't out-talk me. Because nobody gains anything from here, from it. Okay. He said, from this place to the nearest church, you see signboards, churches everywhere. That's what he said.
Yes.
Otherwise, he's telling you us we are not productive anymore, like we used to be. That's what he's saying.
But he did not say that it's because of churches. He did not say it's because of churches. So don't say that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so when they say religion is the opium of the masses, remember Jones actually even told people to take the Kool-Aid, to take the poison and go to their death. Kamikaze like. You decide to now remove, thinking capacity, analytical thinking capacity. The last caller was saying
the spirit of rationalizing things.
The last caller was saying Peter Obi did not say you should people should not go to night vigils, but Peter Obi said that look, the punch out for going to night vigils, if we can convert it under what my friend to be
is also saying an enabling environment. Nigeria is going to develop by far,
and it would not stop people from going to Nigeria.
But by far better. You have 24 hours.
It won't stop people from going to Nigeria.
Excuse me. You have 24 hours in a day, and you have work-life balance. You cannot.
It will still not stop people from going to Nigeria.
Listen, you cannot work 24 hours and become productive. You become less productive. You become less of a man. All he is saying is that, look, can we now then do night shifts? Are those night shifts?
Everybody will not be at night shift at the same time, and that's why it's called a shift. So if I'm not at night shift and I have a vigil to go to, I will go there. You are saying it as if everybody will be at night shift at the same time, and that is the bad part of it, because you are making it a blanket.
So you go to night
it is called a shift for a reason. When you cannot work in the day, you will work at night.
Let me take another gentlemen. Let me take another listener. Good morning to you.
Good morning, President Jones.
Yes, sir.
Guest in the house.
Good morning.
My name is People. I'm calling from apparent helicopter. The dramatic expression being expressed that it will be is going too far. As far as I'm concerned, it's also a victim of that expression. Because during that last election, 2023, he was caught on tape, discussing with religious leaders, somebody like Winners, the leader of Winners Chapel. So probably has been picking to his game. That is the reason why he's making such expression now. He should look for another thing to say instead of being unnecessarily parallel. Thank you.
All right. Okay. To Peter. Peter Osifo, Peter Obi is simply giving us something to discuss.
Well, giving us something to discuss.
Really? Because
what else? What else do you
there is no correlation between productivity and attending.
Do you expect from a
there is no correlation.
That has been brainwashed. This is really brainwashing.
Who is brainwashing who?
Oh, our elites. So the vast majority of the masses are saying that it is when you go to do all what Peter Obi had just said. It made a statement.
It's even wrong coming from him.
No, it's not wrong.
Because
it's absolutely right.
How many factories were established while he was a governor? How many productive? How many moving from consumption to production happened on his watch?
So because it didn't happen at his watch,
it is when people leave government that they remember the things that they did not do.
We all must collectively face front.
And I'm saying that it's still a lie.
It is
not. No, hold on. If Mr. Peter Obi has seen the light, so what's wrong? What can be wrong with that?
Thank you very much.
So what productive activity has he embarked on?
Is having a rethink. He's having a rethink.
To have a mindset that is going to be very productive.
In other words, is a mass importer of consumables.
No, hold on.
Hold on.
I'm just telling you that you cannot be preaching. You cannot be preaching production and be an importer of consumables.
Allow me to weigh in. Mr. Peter Obi is simply saying, rather than spending Monday to Sunday being at church,
Monday to Friday,
so we should. Including vigils, we
statistics that supports that.
Are you aware?
He said we should convert those vigils to night shifts. Otherwise, he's saying let's go back to our productive
now
ways.
You want to convert vigils to night shifts. There is no electricity. There are no wood roads. There are no storage for farmers. So what are you converting?
So really?
You are talking about night vigils.
Don't they have their generators? What I'm saying is that you are misapplying.
That is what we are also saying.
Listen.
Are
beyond vigil.
Providing for self what should be provided by the government.
All right, saying
I am still blaming them.
Hold on, gentlemen. There's another listener here. Please, attention. Let's hear the listener.
They are not praying to you.
Please, attention. Let's hear the listener.
They are not God.
Please.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome, sir.
Yeah. My name is Dominic. I'm calling from Cement Ikeja.
Yes, Dominic, go on.
I think what Peter B said is very, very, very correct. People spend a lot of time in the churches,
including
weekends, weekdays, instead of converting those hours to productive hours.
Exactly.
People spend most time in night duty, and during the day they sleep off without thinking. Those countries that we beg from today, those countries that Nigeria runs to today, how many night duties of that there? The only thing, the only prayers answered by this night duty is for the factories to close up so that they can buy the factories and convert it to God. That is the only prayer that is working for this country. They only pray so that they find their coast. They've made up Nigerians lazy and believing that it is 2 night vigil.
All right, 60 seconds. Thank you very much. Yeah.
You see how you start a wrong rhetoric. Wrong rhetoric.
What's wrong?
Now,
what's wrong in
the prayers of people going to night vigil is for factories to close down so that they can buy their spaces.
Oh,
that's what the last caller just said.
Res ipso facto, yes.
Which is a lie.
No, it's not a lie.
It's a lie.
It is not a lie.
Because I've never heard anybody.
You cannot say it's a lie.
It is a lie. Where have you gone to that a church said the factories should close down so that they can buy the place?
But
that's wrong.
What are we saying?
I don't buy that, please.
That's wrong. That is a wrong
Another
rhetoric.
listener is here, please.
That's a wrong
give him time, please. Hello, welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, Citizen George. Good morning, guest in the studio.
Go on,
Good morning, sir.
I'm Philip from Lawansi. Please, I want us to look at it in another way. People like Citizen Joe now and the guests in the studio, you have work you are doing, you are very engaged. And I don't think you will need the time for your work to go to Nigeria and leave your duty post. So it is when the government has failed, policies are somersaulting, business are closing down, things are not working again, people who does not have work, what do you think they will do? They will have to beckon on God to save them. So they are not the people responsible. If government are productive, they put things that are necessary in place. People are engaged in work. Will they go to work?
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Look at it in this way.
Thank you. 60 seconds
we're not talking about Christians alone. Traditional religion, that's when the Orus will now come out.
That is, you should, like the last caller just said, put the things that will support productivity. That is what you jumped at, and then you went to night vigil.
But there are people who are not being supported, but they are being very creative.
So who told you that people that go to night vigil are not creative? And that's what I'm saying. Where's your statistics that said that the people going to night vigil are jobless?
And since young people who have become,
you don't have that statistics.
Who have become very, very creative in spite of.
And they told you that those young people don't go to vigils, or they don't pray, or they don't go to church.
Compared to the people who go and spend their time at night.
No, you don't have a statistics to support. You don't have statistics to support that. Look, you are only creating wrong rhetoric.
All right, works is dead.
All right, I have another listener here. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Welcome.
My name is Adeyanju. I'm calling from the country in Ezigbo.
Anna, you're going.
Okay. What Peter was doing, I don't know if people should understand. It's because of what is going on in Nigeria and how First Lady and others is organizing prayer. That is one. Now, in all these churches, with what is happening in Nigeria, tell me any of them have come publicly to criticize the policies that is not favoring us. That is what this young man means. You people should not misunderstanding. Look at the churches. Look at what they are preaching. They are preaching for truth. But none of them have come out to criticize any of the government. Be it Buhari, be it Goodluck, be it Tinubu, that this government, the kind of policies they are putting is suffering us.
Exactly.
None of them will come to that church, stand in the pulpit and say the truth. They will continue to tell us to pray. Why everything is in abundance in Nigeria? They are trying to speak the truth. They are trying to tell our government. What is where Peter Obi is telling us to be more engaged in productivity.
Thank you.
You say another rhetoric.
Yeah.
Has the church stopped anybody criticizing the government? Why are you looking for the church to criticize government for you?
Are you saying that? No, it says some people. Have you heard of a gentleman, a bishop, Reverend Father Kuka? Have you heard of Odayeko? Have you heard of the Catholic?
So just leave religion out of your productiveness and go and face the basic problems that is causing Nigerians to be unproductive.
You make a statement that nobody is criticizing government. How can you say people are not criticizing government? All I am saying that in spite of government, there are people who are still making headways, who are still being able to eke a living.
And they are not people who are out of those people, they go to vigils.
They don't go to night vigils.
No, you don't have statistics to support the no, you don't. You do not have. You do not have that.
Gentlemen,
you do not have that statistics. You do not have that statistics.
Please, gentlemen, a number of tweets have come in. X's, right? Benga from Fade is saying, good leadership is just what Nigeria needs. He greets all of us. Thank you, my brother Benga. Yeah. I have other things. This is coming from another listener. Okay, Mark. Daniel, he says, I don't pray that God should withdraw the place of prayer in this particular country called Nigeria. What happened to all the refineries in Nigeria?
David took them away.
Peter Obi is not asking that we should remove prayer. He's just saying that, look.
No, it was night vigil that took the refineries away. It was night vigil that have not allowed us to not have more than 4,000 megawatts of electricity in this country.
We are going to be able to be creative. Let's look at the good things that is happening in other countries and copy them. Don't let us take religion, hook, line, and sinker.
Religion is not responsible for the unproductiveness in Nigeria.
Vigils.
Stop looking for excuse where there is no excuse.
Religion is a contributing factor. So
if the four refineries are working in Nigeria,
people have used the Bible and the Quran and the Torah or whatever
to stop the refineries from working,
only to swear in
to stop the refineries from working,
still at night.
Or
what are you
is it night vigil that has caused NNPC, major light marketers, and Dangote not to resolve the impasse that they are on?
If they are turned to night shift, more people will be employed.
How do you want to turn them to night shift when you do not have electricity?
Okay,
you do not have fuel.
But at the night shift, they use generator. Where did they get the generator from?
So all of them use generator.
Oh, so they do it in the.
No, I'm just saying all of them use. So they can't put on candle. They can't put on lantern.
Okay, so you put on candle at night shift.
Yes.
And then you burn the whole church down. You are not aware?
How many churches have they burned down with candle? So you see, you're just looking. You just keep digging into rhetorics. You just keep sinking into rhetorics that do not support the reality on ground. Yeah, of course, it's your mind, it's your opinion. But you see, the thing is that there is no empirical evidence to support your opinion that night vigil is responsible for productivity.
Turn it into factories and create.
How do you turn it into factories? You don't have electricity, you do not have fuel, you don't have good roads, you don't have storage, and you are saying you want to turn night vigils to night shift. How?
But the factories have been turned to churches.
They are turning.
The factories have been turned to churches.
So those factories, why did they go down in the first instance?
It's part of.
How did they go? Those textile mills on Apapa Oshodi. When Nigerians were taking import license indiscriminately and importing and killing local factories, you didn't think then it was now that they are dead that you are now blaming
Peter Obi is right to the letter 110%.
All right.
Because it's his opinion. There is no empirical evidence to support it.
Okay, let me take another listener is here. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, please listen to the listener. Welcome.
Okay. Good morning.
all the best.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Salah. Yes, tip one. What I think if I do was something in the way is like appealing to the mindset of the player. You understand? If I got a message. The message is that Nigerians are religious at the expense of doing the right thing, doing the what we are supposed to do. For example, we know that the country needs to be fixed. And the first lady at the end of it are calling for prayer. Meanwhile, you that are calling for prayer, are you doing the right thing? So it's just a misconception. Let us look, beyond how we put it. Nigerians are just religious. They are crazy without what we say. I'm a Christian myself. I go to Nigeria, but I want at the expense of my daily bread. Now we're going to be there are some topics that the pastor will call the members immediately, even in the morning service, you just go to your work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Gentlemen, let's begin to take it home now.
Okay. Yeah. So in taking it home, I also know that beyond what Mr. Peter Obi has said, there are certain fundamental human truths. Management of change or normal human nature, when you are used to doing certain things and somebody comes to point it out to you, you resist it at all costs because you find it, you are not really ready to rigorously interrogate it. The faith I profess talks about faith without works is dead. I want my country, Nigeria, to, like somebody said, continue to be prayerful. But first, be very, very productive, otherwise you become a miserly beggar who would therefore now begin to go from pillar to post to try to make a living. Create a night shift where you get the vast majority of the youths aged to come and work and see if God is not going to bless you more
Thank you. Thank you. A listener, just a minute, to me, I'll come to you. A listener is saying, good morning, house. Peter Obi is very right. You didn't quite give me your name. Another one is this, a lengthy one, but let's shorten it. Mr. Citizen, if you people are sincere enough, you will know that there's no church that has a night, a vigil throughout the month. Be sincere. The church you attend, do they have vigil all through the month?
No, but there are churches who go to church on Mondays. I see them on Monday morning, Tuesday morning. I wonder what my dear friend is going to say to that.
Okay. To me, how do you close?
Well, you want to turn vigil to night shift without providing
alternatives,
without providing the basic requirements, electricity, power, the right infrastructure, financing. The banks are making humongous profits, but you cannot see the factories or businesses that they are supporting. Really? Until the right fundamentals are put in place.
Really?
You see, it's rhetorics turning vigil to night shift.
All right.
I mean, we are living in dreamland.
Okay. My closing.
No, you have already closed now.
I've already closed.
We heard you first time.
And I cannot open it.
Okay.
Okay. So in opening it, I just say that businesses have supported.
I hope you don't provoke to me here.
No.
Okay. I've said no.
I like to provoke.
It doesn't change the fact that you cannot build nothing on nothing.
Corporates have supported businesses in so many ways. He knows it. I know it. They are paying taxes, unlike where you have religious organizations. And please don't let us just put this on Christianity. Yes, Peter Obi was talking about Christianity because he's a Christian. Yeah. I will also say that when we turn our nights into day productively, Nigeria is going to be by far better off than what we have.
Don't kudos that will turn your nights your nights
to day. I know you are being trolled on Twitter. I know people are putting it here and there. Stand firm on that conviction, because that conviction is standing on the truth and is going to pay you well in future. Thank you.
All right, folks, this is where we apply the brakes. But let me share one line, a simple line from Bengaola. Bengaola is reaching us from Fade. He says, gentlemen, I greet you all. Good leadership is just what Nigeria needs. I agree with him.
Oh yes, good leadership is what Nigeria needs, and part of it is what we are saying here. A leader will have to say and tell you what the truth is. You will not want to agree. It's all part of leadership at all levels.
So, radio does one thing. We have provoked the debate. Let the debate continue. Is Peter Gregory Obi right in suggesting that religion and politics should be divorced and that vigils should be turned to night shifts, which is another way of saying let there be a lot of job
productivity.
Let's go back to our productive ways, which paid dividends years ago. All right, I'm out of here. Let's leave it there. See you on Saturday. Good morning.